How you doing? How you doing? And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Patty. First off, appreciate that face. Thank you so much for stopping by today, boo. That's what we trying to say. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. So we're here to take a look at the Kite or Puppeteer or whatever you want to call them. Basically, their talents, and then if we have time, we'll try and jump into the deep talents. I don't want to make a half an hour long video. So we'll kind of see. If we tried to cram these into the original video we did, it'd have been like 45 minutes. So we're just gonna kind of use the BlueStacks translator on it, and it's gonna be interesting. And then hopefully down the road we'll be able to get some better translations and be able to put together some more concrete stuff on the class. Before we get into all that, real quick, just kind of curious what other games you guys are playing right now. Kind of hunting for some other things to play and sink my teeth into a little bit. Enjoying V4, but I feel like there's not a whole lot there. So I'm still just kind of hunting for more stuff and everything. So let me know what else you're playing right now, because Petty is definitely game hunting. But let's go ahead and get into the video. So essentially, the talents are good. They're not as broken as the deep talents are for this class. So real quick, I'll show you what I'm running real fast, and then we'll start getting into them individually. So for the S talent, we've got Fate. The metamorphosis value obtained by casting skills is increased by 100%. 1,000 faces trigger every time. No idea what that means. I'll be 100% honest with you. But it's just like if you're familiar with the fighter talent and everything, that just makes you get your robot form back bigger. This is more along those lines. It's just filling up that bar faster. So every time you use a skill, you're getting double amount of metamorphosis points for it. So not bad. Not bad. Our A talent is apparently Carol. How you doing, Carol? Hope you're doing good. An Ode effect will be added to the target when the soul is critically hit and will be caused in 3 seconds. Basically causes 130,000 magic damage, exploding after 3 seconds, causing almost 180,000 magic damage, and straighten all enemies within 3 meters for 3 seconds. It's basically just a bomb that goes off on your targets from Soul Crit. And I think that has to do with one of the first moves you're using. It's you'll see when we actually look at all the A ranks. This is the one that jumped out as the best to me. I wasn't super impressed with the other ones. For our B talent, we've got Cut. Soulthorn increased damage of the next one, and when it refreshes army by 15%. And you're using that a fair amount, and you're getting army back after using it a fair amount. So this just kind of made sense to me. Just get that extra little bit of damage on one of the 2 skills that you're using the most. And the fact that it's triggering off of your second most used skill that gets refreshed a lot. I like it. I like it. It feels right. And then for our C talent, we've got Run Through. Critical damage is increased by 12% when the target is lacerated in basic attacks, and Soul Thorn stacks up to 3 times for 10 seconds. That's probably the most broken C talent in the world. I want to say that it's your either first or third skill that puts the lacerate on. So that is a pretty broken level of increasing damage on something. For your critical damage to be what's increasing, and for that to be a stackable effect, it's a beefy C talent, y'all. That man is showing up to work. All right, so that's what we're running. Let's go ahead and start with the bottom. And this is one that I also almost picked. See if I was quick enough. Yeah, buddy. What? When Soulthorn critically strikes, it will get an extra refresh break cooldown. The fact that the name was kind of the same was a little bit confusing as the other one. Oh no, it's just shining through. The name of it's Chase the Soul. Okay, okay. And again, Soulthorn is one of your most used attacks just because of how short of a cooldown that it has. So that's nice. I'm not exactly sure if it's helping reduce its cooldown or the cooldown of Army, because that's usually what Soulthorn resets. But yeah, we'll you know, when we get better translations, we'll know for sure. And then the other one that we got down here was petty fast enough. Let's peel off. Okay. When Soulthorn attacks, destined target, additional recovery, 1% avatar value, and make the target physical and magical defense an additional 5% drop for 10 seconds. So it's just a little bit of a defense break and everything. So that's, you know, not bad. When it says 1% of avatar value, I don't know if it's, you know, saying that this gives you health back or if this says it's feeding more into the metamorphosis value. My guess is between those two things, and if you put a gun to my mama's head, I wouldn't be able to tell you which one it was. So let's go ahead and just keep the ball rolling. Strong wind, something, a song effect to the target, which will be caused by the family within 3 seconds. One Zilla hands. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Sorry for my bad pronunciations. Knockback distance is quotient is extended to 12 meters and the damage is increased 30%. So I'm fairly certain that this is just referring to like the 3-wave attack that comes out from you, and just that the knockback on it is increased along with the damage. Pretty straightforward. It's on a pretty long cooldown, so kind of the reason why I didn't super favor that. And you can probably guess that the yellow shield is going to be a defensive one, and I'm not a big fan of defensive stuff. All effects of 134,000 magic points are extended to 6 seconds, an additional 20% reduction, injured and stiffened for 3 meters. So I think this might make a shield, and it might also affect allies if they're within 3 meters of you. And I believe that this is a... that could either be a shield or that could be a, you know, kind of a slightly offensive buff, slightly defensive buff, where it's giving a little bit of attack, but that can't be. Okay, that's got to be a shield. That's the whole the wording of magic points are what's throwing me off. Let's try that one more time and just see what the translation comes back with again. Yep, nope, same thing. Same thing. Okay, so we're just going to stay slightly confused on that one. But yeah, so hopefully it makes a little bit more sense why I'm rolling with this one, since it is so frequently going to tie into your gameplay since you use Soulthorn so much. So much. It's on like a 5-6 second cooldown. Alright, so, you know, we looked at the first one of these ones already. It was the one that was basically putting a bomb on targets. And I said that was my clear winner from these. But let's see what else they got. Seek Blood. Increase the damage of Broken Army to the lacerated target by 30% and make it straight 1.2. Okay, let's double check. Okay, it was 30%. It was just cut off there. Yeah, that... Does that sound as strong as a bomb? Does that sound as strong as a bomb? I'm hoping that some of these are just being translated very poorly by BlueStacks, because some of these talents seem very, very clearly stronger than others. Play Fate. The soul suppression will add a laceration effect to all targets hit. This one actually, if you use this in combination with some of the other talents that you have down here that increase damage against lacerated targets, that one actually could be pretty good. So I would say that this is at least a halfway decent option, but I do like the idea of a bomb a little bit better. It's all that Summoner's War I played for years. Bombs just getting flashes of Sierra, y'all. That's all it is. All right, so what else we got going on with the S talents? So we've got Endless Cycle. The direct damage caused by reincarnation is increased by 50% every round when returning a target with Fate during the cooldown of Samsara. Distance between parents shortened by 1.5. Yeah, what they said. So Fate is a debuff that your normal attacks, and I think there's still a chance for your skills to apply it and everything. And it's basically a defense break. It's just built into the class. It's kind of, the class as a whole is kind of a mix between a debuffer and a DPS. So that's what this is playing into. So it's I'm not sure which part of this effect is the strong part. The part that's, having to do with reducing cooldown because of Fate. Because I'm pretty sure reincarnation is just your doll coming back to life, if I remember correctly. So not something that happens a whole super lot. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe it'll be like the fighter talent and it'll be completely broken. All right, so and the last one we've got on this side is Ashura. Critical strike damage, broken army in the metamorphosis state is increased by 3. Reduces the cooldown of army breaker, which is broken army, by 10 seconds when it hits the target. Interesting. And I think the reason I didn't go with this is because, again, you're not that only applies to a 12-second window when you're in that form. I'm more a fan of talents that are going to be consistently beneficial, not just beneficial for a very small window unless it's absolutely broken, which again, that one too could be broken just like the fighter one was. But I'd like to use this one, Fate, because it just gets me to that mode more often where I'm doing more damage. So that's the whole thought process on that one. And I know that we kind of touched on deep talents before. Yeah, we've got a little bit of time. We can breeze through this. Breeze. But if you didn't see that, this is a ridiculous talent in my opinion. And this is going to be a little harder to capture than this things was. So if it takes me a few tries to get this up on the screen, I'm sorry. But it just flat out increases your critical damage across the board. That's a lot. That's a pretty strong talent. Most talents for most of the classes are, let's add a specific amount of damage to this skill, and you'll get maybe 10-15%. When it's completely maxed out for that one skill. This is just coming in critical damage 20% across the board. There you go. It's huge. That's huge. And most of the rest of this tree all the way over here on our left is, enhancing skills. If we look at this one, it's going to be for the soul spike thing. Oop, did I not get it? I don't think I got it. Was Patty fast enough that time? There we go. Now it's calling it Soul Sting. I know that's not what it's called it in 2 other translations. But this just gives you additional damage on their effects. And a lot of this tree is the same thing. It's just, marginally increasing some of the skill effects and everything. If some of the ones further down were unlocked, they might be worth it. I do like the chance of this because the built into the skill is only 20% of a chance to reset broken army, and this brings it up just a little bit more. And that's, again, one of my favorite things with classes is when they have interactions between their skills and everything. And it doesn't just feel like you're doing thing and then another thing. I like when it's not combined together, but I like when there's interaction. It makes it feel more fluid, makes it feel more dynamic. So if I could get all the way down there and hit up on some of them talents, we'd be thinking about it. But as you can see, I went ahead and favored this far right side a little bit. So I had to throw up the L's in my head and be like, left, right. Okay, yeah, I'm talking about the right side. Middle category is again gonna just be healing. I'm pretty sure this is just some magic defense. I missed it. But I'm not. In PvP, these would potentially be a little bit more useful. But what's actually on the side that we're going with? Let's start with that. So this one, I don't think I got it that time. Nope. I felt it in my soul. Well, whenever I can get this up, it's basically just increasing the damage for my puppet across the board. There we go. Increased damage caused by puppet basic attacks, increased by 25%. That's solid. And then this one's going to be movement speed. Releasing Metaplasia will increase movement speed and evasion for 15 seconds. Movement speed and dodge rate increased by 30% and 8% respective. Oh, that's the next level up of it. Basically, when you go in your metamorphosis mode, it just makes you a little bit harder to kill, which, you know, is best for PvP, and it's going to be okay for, like, dungeons and stuff like that. Nothing super amazing. See, can we do it? We were close. I felt it on that one, but I had doubts. Like that right there. Good at that time. There we go. Critical strikes will increase your own critical strike rate, stackable 3 times, lasting 10 seconds. Superposition does not reset the gain time. Increase critical strike by 2 something. Let's actually go back and click on that. By 2%. And boop boop. Can we get it? Oh, nope. Didn't even pop up that time. That's rough. Alright. Boy, I swear to God, if you don't listen to me right now. There we go. This is, you know, again, one of the strongest talents I've seen in any talent tree in the whole game. Critical strikes leading to more critical strikes is a little nutty. I am anticipating that there is something missing from this translation, because I have a hard time believing that this is just across the entire board with all the attacks, that there's no caveat to this. That's not how life works. This is entirely too good to be true. There has to be a caveat. So yeah, we'll see. But that in and of itself, that's pretty strong. That's pretty strong in my opinion. How we doing? Okay, yeah, no, we're almost at 20 minutes. So hopefully I'll try to see if we can't track down some translations. I don't know if Yugia has worked on any, but I also know that she's very busy, so I don't want to be like, hey, can you do that for me? So we'll see what we can do and everything, but yeah, this class is interesting. And again, just to reiterate something I said in the original video, but I would like to stress again, we are getting this no time soon on global or SEA servers. Just do not expect it for a minimum of 2 months, possibly more. My guess would be around like 2 to 4 months. So Not soon. We have plenty of time to figure out things for this class and everything and what's good for it before it gets here. So, yeah, keep an eye out for future Kite videos as we get more and better information on them. We'll try and get stuff out, but I appreciate your faces. Thank you so much for stopping by today. It's been your boy Patty, and we out of here. Deuces.